Angelina Jolie was a victim of gender pay gap and paid only 50% of Brad Pitt's salary in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Check out their remuneration. Brad Pitt has been a part of over 100 movies, but the most controversial remains Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That's where he fell in love with his ex-wife, Angelina Jolie. He was already married to Friends star Jennifer Aniston, and their unexpected divorce drew a lot of backlash. But what has left us more furious is the gender pay gap between the leading stars. Scroll below for all the details. Mr. and Mrs. Smith was a 2005 American action comedy directed by Doug Liman. It starred Brangelina as a bored upper-middle-class couple who eventually learn that they are assassins of competing agencies and have been assigned to kill each other. Brad plays the role of John, while Angie portrays his wife, Jane. It is well understood from the plot that Angelina and Brad have equally shouldered the film. Despite being the talented star she is, unfortunately, Jolie was a victim of the gender pay gap. Brad Pitt, on the one hand, was paid a staggering salary of $20 million for Mr. and Mrs. Smith. But Angelina Jolie was paid half that amount and took home a sum of $10 million. Upsetting, isn't it? Mr. and Mrs. Smith box office. As per made on a budget of $110 million, Mr. and Mrs. Smith earned a whopping $487.2 million at the worldwide box office, as per Box Office Mojo. The film turned out to be Angelina Jolie's highest grosser, a feat later beaten by Maleficent. Interestingly, the action comedy drama remains the second highest grossing film of her career to date. The film also starred Vince Vaughn, Adam Brody, Kerry Washington, Keith David, Chris Weitz, and Angela Bassett, among others, in pivotal roles. Mr. and Mrs. Smith TV series. Meanwhile, a TV series based on the film has been released by Amazon Prime Video. It stars Donald Glover and Maya Erskine in leading roles and has received rave reviews from the audience. Season 1 left fans on a cliffhanger, so the anticipation around the renewal of a sequel is already at its peak. Enjoying the content? Subscribe, like, share, and drop a comment to be a part of our amazing community. Your support means the world.